Well, hello everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It's just another day here in South Alabama. I'm getting a little antsy, I'm telling you. I don't know, in the last couple of weeks, I'm just starting to realize, man, I'm really ready to get out of here for a little while and take a break. So that 6 weeks until Costa Rica can't really come soon enough. Although in the meantime, I've got a few things I'm gonna do to have some fun here. I'm going back down to Pensacola again this weekend. I have to get down there at least once every, I don't know, 3 weeks or so to spend the night. I go down there at least once a week. And yeah, just starting to get a little bit restless. It's time to get back home for a while. Anyhow, I'm not here to talk about that. I want to talk about raw food diet obsession, balance, and failure today. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button now, then click on that little bell and check send notifications so YouTube will keep you subscribed to the channel. You know, for somebody that has spent as much time by themselves over the past couple of decades as I have, and kind of a loner, you spend a lot of time in your head, you have a lot of time just to do random stuff, observe things, what have you. And I've always liked to observe patterns and behavior and what have you. And sometimes I just do random things just to amuse my mind. Well, with this raw food thing and with nutrition, health in general, sometimes I'll just search phrases and what have you and see what comes up. And I don't have to watch very much. I can get a lot about patterns and behavior from titles that come up if I'm searching on YouTube or what comes up on Google. And then even with videos, I only have to watch like a couple of minutes. Usually I can pick up the tone and I can know what's going on. Well, I've done that a lot of times on the raw thing. And I like to do a lot of times, I'll search this term, raw food diet or raw vegan obsession, raw vegan fails, raw vegan failures. And one thing I notice over and over and over is when people do tend to fail, and especially when YouTubers tend to fail, and they didn't, what I consider didn't give a raw food diet a fair chance. They didn't do it in a balanced way. Once again, in my opinion, they tend to go in the opposite direction. That's what's funny. They don't just make a few adjustments. It's like, I've seen some self-righteous YouTubers. I'm telling you, go do it. Go do fail, raw food diet fail, raw vegan fail, and watch the videos come up. And I see a lot of people out there, and they're bigger, some have or dwarf my channel. They're like 3 or 4 times bigger than me, and they're angry too. They're not just like telling you, yeah, this didn't work and I don't recommend it. They're angry at the raw food diet and anybody that ever mentioned it about them. And like I say, they go totally in the opposite direction. It almost, like I say, it nullifies. And some of them have spoke with such authority on the raw food diet before they came to this point, and it nullifies them. They kind of look a little stupid because you said this with such absolute conviction over here. You didn't give any ounce. You didn't say this is possibly just for me or whatever. You preached on it with absolute conviction. Then it doesn't tend to work out for you, or better yet, you can't do it. You can't perform at the level you've been trying to do on a raw food diet because you bought into some of the crazy. So you go totally in the other direction, and then you see these people, they don't hardly eat raw at all anymore. I'm always happy most of them at least stay plant-based, at least stay vegan. So that's benefiting the animals, that's benefiting the planet. So that's all good. And excuse me, I have to consult my notes a little bit here. And a lot of the times the reason is, once again, because of the obsession and the way they did this lifestyle. I've seen people say, I see when you see these raw food diet fails, and I've seen some serious drama out there, somebody just angrily pronouncing and there's a number of videos actually titled this, how the raw vegan lifestyle almost killed me, how a raw food diet almost killed me or made me so sick. And you look into this and I'm like, look, this just don't make any sense whatsoever. Just because it didn't work out for you, don't just go throwing a bunch of BS out there. You did the shit wrong. You didn't do it right. So it was your crazy that led to where you're at right now. Because think about it. Think about it. Come on, we can eat a standard American diet. I shudder to think on the things that I ate back in the day. So you're telling me I can live I can live for long periods of time on fried food, chicken wings, beer, French fries, all this stuff that's really non-food. And that's not going to kill me, but you can go on a raw food diet for a year and it almost killed you. Now I just want to know how that's even possible. Okay, let me play devil's advocate, and I'm not trying to be here saying that the raw food diet is the only way, the one true path, the end all be all. But like I said, let me just play devil's advocate. Really, I mean, even if it wasn't optimal, even if maybe it could be argued that there could be long-term repercussions of eating on the raw food diet in a certain way, unless you just absolutely starved yourself and got like maybe half or less of the calories that you need to maintain your body, you did not threaten your body, you did not almost kill yourself on this diet after a year. You didn't almost kill yourself on this diet after 18 months. It's just not, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's people making stuff up. And they do this kind of stuff because, let me go back to it once again, and the kind of people that tend to go completely the other way are the ones that never really did this thing with any balance. They were constantly doing feast, they were constantly doing fast, they were constantly doing a cleanse, they were constantly the one in all your groups that was saying, hey, who wants to join me for an island? I'm going to do this island this week, and next week I'm just going to drink juice, and next week I'm going to eat fruits that begin with the letter B. And they're jumping around doing all this crazy shit, and then they wonder. And it kind of gets to be like a rubber band, and I start seeing them. And I've actually told a few, behind the scenes, I've asked a few people, I said, you've been watching that person over there? They're going to crack here really soon. It's like watching a rubber band wind and get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Eventually that rubber band's going to pop. Or it's like that pot, you know, that's got a top on it. It boils up, it boils up, it boils up. If you don't let a little bit of steam off, that SOB is going to just blow everywhere. And that's what happens when, that's the analogy, that's what happens when people are doing all this extreme stuff, when they're feasting and fasting and eating on islands and doing this and doing that and cleansing and doing this. They never learn how to truly eat, and they're not giving their bodies all the nutrition it needs, and more important, they're not giving the body all the energy, all the calories that it needs. And you can see these. Here's patterns too that I notice, and it just says like what does this say? They go from, they've been holding themselves back. Now I talk about on this channel a good bit. You guys know I don't try to sit here and go, I'm fully raw. In fact, I won't ever be fully raw. If I get to the point where I'm in a place where I probably would eat fully raw, I'll eat a potato a month just so I don't have that cursed label of he's 100% fully raw. I've been fully raw for 487 days. Sorry, I'm being a little snarky there. But seriously, then they go the other direction. And then it's kind of like, you know, the people that have said that they have told you about how dangerous starches are when they're cooked. This is, how bad these grains, how bad that is. They go to where they're eating mounds and mounds of potatoes every day, mounds and mounds of rice every day, mounds and mounds of pasta every day. Once again, I'm not saying anything is good or bad. I'm just saying, why from one extreme to the other? Why not adjustments? You don't see too many people just making little subtle adjustments to it. And that's why I have that little out all the time, and it doesn't bother me. I mean, and I recommend that to people. Instead of holding back forever, just going, okay, I will be as fully raw as long as possible. Eat that damn potato. Eat a potato every once in a while if you want to. But don't do this lifestyle and then go in the opposite direction and then give up all the benefits. It's what we call throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Maybe for some reason, whatever, and I don't know, is 100% raw the optimal way to live? I don't know. There's just not enough research out there. But I can tell you from how I feel that it sure is, that I would have to recommend it. And I would say this, if you do find out, or if you decide, or for whatever reason that you know, being fully raw isn't for you, don't give up all the benefits. You know, you can still get the benefits. It's not this all or nothing thing. It's not black or white. You don't have to be fully raw or eating cooked all the time. Like I said, I think I like what I do. I'm mostly raw, but and I don't flip-flop. That's another one that all of them will tell you. The the high-level raw foodist will tell you, yeah, but once you eat that cooked food, Jack, it's a slippery slope, and before you know it, 2 months later, well, no, it hasn't. It hasn't. That's just all stuff, that's generalizations that people make out there. I eat, I'm not, now this year I am eating a lot more raw here in Alabama. Now when I go back to Costa Rica, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I'll be fully raw down there. The only time I would not be fully raw is maybe if I'm on the road or something and I needed to eat something for one meal just to get by, but down there, yeah. But even here in the States, I would say this year, since the first of the year, I've been eating much less cooked than I was eating here in Alabama. And let's see, I've only had sweet potato. I had sweet potatoes one day last week. That's the only time I've had sweet potatoes in about 4 or 5 weeks. And it was good. I didn't have some, I wasn't the next day going, oh God, I need some potatoes or I need some cooked starches. My body just wanted them and I ate them. And I've done that all along, and this thing has pretty much worked out for me. And the only thing I can say about this, my only testament to this lifestyle, is I wake up feeling good every day. Am I doing it 100% right? Am I doing this? Is there a better way? I don't know. I just know that I feel amazing every day. So don't be so obsessive over this lifestyle. Work towards finding the best method of eating that's going to bring you the healthiest, happiest, most balanced way of living instead of worrying about being part of the raw food club. People tell me, oh, I strive to be all raw. I'm like, kind of like, well, why? Not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, well, what are your reasons? I mean, do you want to just have that label and be part of the group being all raw, or is there a reason? Do you believe in a certain thing? And can you do fully raw? Can you do fully raw where you are? And the last question, would it be actually be more beneficial and help you to stay more raw to eat that occasional bite of cooked food? So anyhow, let's don't be obsessive about this lifestyle. This is a different way of living. This isn't about being all uptight. We're supposed to enjoy this, and believe me, I enjoy my food every single day. I will say I'll be enjoying it a lot more though in about 6 weeks. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.